A very good evening to you, sir, and
Good evening.
welcome to my private tutor.
Thank you.
So, I shall start with this interview session.
Yes.
So, my first question to you is what are the various strategies that a CA aspirant must follow?
The thing is, when students come, we hardly find that students are aware of strategy that is necessary to be formulated before they start their studies. They don't understand the implication or the importance of strategy. Strategy is very important. Very important. Because if they lack strategy, then whatever studies they make, whatever good preparations they make, finally they find that they are not successful. So that's why for CA, there are 3 groups in inter final. Each group, there are a couple of subjects. Now each student is not strong in all the subjects. So the student has to make, or the mentor has to make, from the behavioral pattern and knowledge analysis of the student, that in which subjects the student is strong, which subject the student is weak. So accordingly, the student has to make its study plan. First thing, when the students come, they say, can I do it? They have a question mark. Can I do it? Can I pass? Really CA says a big exam. Can I pass? Can I do it? I will say, believe yourself that you can do it. Your attitudinal setup must be positive and not negative, Do not panic yourself. Big books, so many books have to be studied. So many subjects, oh my God, it's very difficult. All the friends will say, oh, I have passed in 5 times, 5 attempts. Some will say 8 attempts, some will say 3 attempts. Get scared. No, do not panic yourself. Spend quality time for studies. I have seen students, they study a lot. But how much quality time you are spending on studies, that's important, not the total time you are spending on studies. Prepare group wise, subject wise, timetable with daily lessons plan. As I said, 3 groups. In each group you have couple of subjects. So you plan your study plan should be group wise, subject wise. Subject wise, group wise. Then you complete one group, think the second one. Or you want to go for 2 groups at a time? Okay, prepare your study plan accordingly. Next is avoid selective learning. Read all chapters. Students have a tendency to go for selective learning. Selective learning means they see what questions have come last year, last exam, what questions last year, like this. They may go, this question may not come this year, so let us not study. This question may come, let us study. No, CA is not that stuff. You'll have to learn thoroughly. Understand basic concepts by reading study materials, reference books, and avoid cramming. Basic concepts should be understood. Students have a tendency to go by questions. Doesn't know the basic concept. Go by the answers given in the study material or in other model question answers, and there are so many books. They see the answer, keep the answer, quote the answer in memory. Okay, I have studied. But then they have not studied the basic concepts.
Okay, so do you think these steps should only be followed if the student wants to clear CA in one go?
CA in one go, I will say some additional points. Yes, everyone wants. CA is a difficult and different from other courses, definitely. If you want to pass in one go, then you have to have some special things, some additional things. What are those? Let me tell you. First, it is difficult to pass CA in single attempt, but it is not impossible. I won't say it is impossible, it is possible. Students aiming to clear CA in single attempt must form his or her strategy to cross the line. At the outset, I would say that the strategies described under the previous question would hold good here. Second, I would recommend to follow dashboard matrix concept for preparation. Dashboard matrix concept is a concept. This concept is followed globally. The large, big institutions, Harvard and other foreign institutions, Pennsylvania, all foreign institutions, they follow dashboard concepts, a very useful concept for students, professional students. Under this concept, each chapter of each paper is plotted on the horizontal bar. Under the vertical bar, concept learning, technical presentation learning, developing analytical power, developing observations, and solving problems. These are plotted on the vertical bar. For each topic, the student must ensure that I have learned all this for this topic of this chapter. You have to make intense practice to present the answers in time given, time-bound program, time precision. Whether it is 8 marks question, sometime. A 3 marks question, fix up a time. It is 10 marks question, fix up a time. And you have to complete the question within that time. Then only you can do that. When you write an answer, how the answer should be written? If you want to pass in one go, your answer should not be a paragraph type of writing, essay type of writing, story type of writing. No, absolutely not. First point is central theme of the topic. First write central theme of the topic. 2 to 3 lines, at the best 4 lines. Central theme. Second comes through bullet points, various elements of the concepts with underlying principles and assumptions. Make a headline and then write bullets, and these are the principles, these are the assumptions, these are the elements involved in this concept. Then steps involved. If this concept is linked with another concept, sometime what happens, one concept is linked with another concept. If there is any linkage mentioned, this concept has a link with this concept. Suppose in economics you write, you are answering a question on utility, say marginal utility. You are answering a question on marginal utility. This concept has a link with demand theory. Mentioned. Then the examiner understands that your basic foundation is very, very strong, otherwise you could not relate it. Always go for schematic presentation, that is either you give a diagram, or you give some sort of curve, or you make a flow chart, whatever way, it depends on the question, how you do, but you should do. Cause and effects relationship involved. There are some questions where cause and effect relationship is involved. Mention 1, 2, 3, 4, these are cause and effects relationship. Then special characteristic features. If there is any special characteristic features, then you mention special characteristic features of this. In economics, it's very, very important. Very, very important. And then critical observation. Another important thing. So your answer must be broken into these lines. I think if a student follows this strategy, I think he will have a better chance to pass CA in single attempt.
Okay. So today management studies has gained a lot of popularity. So when it comes to building a career in corporate field, what is the importance of management studies?
MBA is most powerful to enter the corporate world. Whether a country is encompassing through tough economy or attempting to reach out other market economies through raising cross-border business, MBA is prepared by corporate world to face the challenges. Now there are several MBA disciplines: business administration, management, marketing, finance, HRD, international business, etc. There are so many, Now corporate bodies need MBA in every functional areas. MBA with real power has real market all over the world. They have market, I won't say that. They have market all over the world. A good MBA has a market, all-time service. everywhere possible. They should be more practical oriented. And the students also, you will see that even now the BCom courses, BCom, MCom, they are more practical oriented. Practical oriented. Unless you go practical, then you can't get your career.
Very true.
Um,
So, moving on to my next question.
yes.
Like, what are the various techniques that you have adopted to make your classroom more interesting?
It's a very important question. Learning becomes effective. From my experience, I can tell. When a student gains mental or physical grasp of the subject, not only physical grasp, mental and physical grasp of the subject, makes sense of the subject or event, or feels the subject by expressing it into his own words. If you have understood it, you can express it. You express it in your own words. Then I can understand that yes, you understood the subject. Can use the newly acquired knowledge to improve upon his skills and makes a student more confident on the subject by raising his responsive alertness. Learning is not what a student hears and a teacher talks. I don't believe in it. It's not the prerogative of a teacher to talk and prerogative of a student to hear. No real learning takes place in this process. No real learning. Learning is a process where a student appears comfortable as a participant in a discussion process and the teacher acts as a facilitator to deliver the knowledge input and skill through constant interaction. Now, teaching techniques depends on the behavioral pattern of the students. Behavioral pattern of the students.
Differs from students to students.
Definitely, because everyone's behavioral pattern is not same.
This is like a very effective approach.
Very effective. Very.
So moving on to my next question, like what are the various textbooks that a candidate should follow in order to score well in CS exams?
Company secretaries. Company secretaries. Now here I will say first, for professional exams, I can't say books like that according to subjects. Because books are, for every chapter there will be a different kind of books. For every chapter, there will be more than one books for every chapter. Institute of Company Secretary gives names of reference books to students. I am of the opinion that for scoring high, students must be aware of following requirements as far as reading is concerned. Number one, read study material thoroughly, which the students never do. I tell you, this is their psychology. They think study materials, yes. The study materials they must read. For making your conceptual base strong, real selective books on each topic or chapter as library reference and note distinctive points from there. For example, I can say, now I am telling how you should select. Economics. Say economics is a subject there. For chapters like utility, indifference curve, perfect competition, I would suggest a textbook of economic theory by Stonier and Haig. That is, these chapters, Stonier and Haig, best book. Now for demand theory, economics by Paul Samuelson and elements of modern economics by A.L. Mayers. For these professional examinations, these are the books which will fetch them maximum marks. Then for cost curve, cost and cost chapter and cost curve, theory of price by J.J. Stigler. Stigler's book for cost chapter. Cost chapter is a very tough chapter. I mean, for the professional students, those who appear, cost chapter, oh my God, if I can't, it's better if I need not attempt that question, but they will have to attempt that question. Stigler's book is the best book, if you see. For monopolistic competition, E.H. Chamberlain's book, Monopolistic Competition, A Theory of Monopolistic Competition, that's the best book. The original research on monopolistic competition, Chamberlain. So how can you say one book? We can't say one book. Professional students, you want to do a good result, you want to score a good result, you want to pass in single attempt, then you have to work hard. You have to work hard.
Working
You'll
hard
have
is the key to everything.
Yeah,
to
it's the key to
success.
everything. You must know the techniques also. Must know the techniques also. I send my students to libraries. Mostly it's Ramakrishna Mission libraries. All the books are available there. I tell them, you read, these are the chapters, these are the pages you read there. When they come back, I ask what you have read. Tell me what you have read. Then discuss. So this way only, that's the way. Don't read too many books on one subject which confuse you. If you read too many books, it may confuse you. It may confuse you. Read on GIGO basis. I have already explained to you GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. You will get so many materials you don't need. For your exam, what you need, you keep with you. What you do not need, rest out. That is GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. But don't hold everything. If you hold everything within your system, then you can't write exact answer. Read study material thoroughly before class. When you go to the class, read your study material thoroughly.
So my last question to you is
Yeah.
if you can share your experience with my private tutor.
Well, my private tutor, I applied for 11-12 students to coach, to tutor 11-12 students of West Bengal board, and my actually wish is that I found that the students of this class 11-12 sector, they lack very much this foundation knowledge, and as such they can't make a really good career because foundation knowledge is so poor. That's why I send my profile to my private tutor, and it's so kind of you that you have come here to take
It's
my
my
interview,
pleasure.
and I have told you with my pleasure. I have shared some of my experience with you, I should say. I have shared some of my experience, more than 40 years teaching experience I have in professional institutes all over India. So, with my pleasure.
It was great talking to you and like talking to such an experienced person, first and foremost. So thanks for giving us this interview and thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking out time from your busy schedule.
Welcome.